Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The 100. This episode 2 of the second season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode, and it was definitely different to last season, which I enjoy. That's what we want to see. Different vibes, you know, more people, new costumes, and we got that all in the last episode. But if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the description below. Just click the link, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, you know, we did start where we kind of left off, and Clark, she was in her cell. Now she looked across and Monty was gone, so she panicked. She didn't know what was going on. She seen somebody who kind of works there wearing a full-on suit, hosing down his cell. You know, she was banging, they wasn't looking, wasn't listening, so she smashed the glass, opened the door, grabbed it. You know what I mean? We've seen how much Clark has changed ever since they've come down. They've gone from being, you know, all these bunch of kids that have just been left to like survive on the earth to be literally kill or be killed. It's self-survival. She's ran over, she's grabbed a bit of glass that she smashed from the door and put it to the girl's neck. She's crying. She doesn't look like a warrior, doesn't look like she's been outside, been fighting the Grounders or the Reapers, none of that stuff. It seems like she's had, you know, a pretty cushy life, so it's a bit weird. Don't know what's going on. Clark's grabbed her, took her up in the elevator and gone upstairs. She's looking for a way out of there, but she's walked into a big dining hall. Hundreds of people are all sat down, all dressed immaculate, flags are going up, all feasting. Looks like they've got no problem with their way of life. She's so confused, Clark. You know, the president come over and was like, whoa, 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 calm down. Do you know what I mean? We're not the enemy. He was explaining the situation about, you know, what's going on. He said that we've been down here ever since the, you know, the bomb went off. And the reason why you've been outside, you say it's safe, it's because, you know, up in space, you've been climatized to the radiation pretty much. You know, it's gone up, you've gone through the generations of your people, and like you're in a position now where the people that are living who have been on the ark are okay. You can survive. You can survive with obviously the particles and everything that's in the air. Same with the Grounders. Do you know what I mean? They've gone through their family life cycles until they found a generation that can actually adapt to the climate, and you know, you can survive and they can survive, but we can't. We've been down here for so long that if we go outside, we'll literally die because our bodies are not accustomed to the atmosphere. So I thought that was really interesting. But Clark, you know, even though she did get reintroduced back to Monty and obviously Jasper, and there was others there as well, they was all eating, they was feasting, he was getting clothes, he was being treated really well, she wasn't having none of it. She still felt like it was a prison. She got a map, she was moaning that there was no exits. Of course there's no exits, the guys just explained that they can't go outside, but that didn't stop her. She stole a key card, you know, she was running, she was going for it, she got to the door, she opened it, she was spinning it, she was just about to open it before Jasper come was like, look mate, literally, you need to stop. If you open that door, all these people are going to die. You need to think of this as a big decision. She actually ended up not opening the door, which I thought was a smart decision, in my personal opinion. Even if she doesn't believe that they're good people, which I, personally, probably are on Clark's side. I feel like the council that are running down there are probably bad people, but like, not every single person that's living there would be bad. They're just obviously there because that's the only way of life that they know. So it's interesting, and obviously at the end of the episode we see her sat down and like pretending to go along with everything, having some food and chilling, but I think that she's working up something. Another interesting thing is we have seen that, you know, Octavia, she's not going well, is she? She's still struggling with that thing that's been stabbed into her leg, the arrow, and it's been poisoned. And we've had to see Lincoln take her back to her village so he can try and get the antidote. But he also explained that if he does get caught inside his village, then obviously they're going to try and kill him. So that's really interesting. And we've also seen that obviously Bellamy has been now recaptured by his actually own people, Kane. And, you know, they're trying to enforce their actual laws here on the ground. He's been arrested because he attacked Murphy, because obviously he blamed Murphy for everything that went on. So very, very interesting. Loads of stuff's gone on in the first episode. Can't wait to see what we do with today's. If you are excited and do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
How long are you gonna keep me locked up in here?
Until I'm confident you're no longer a threat to others.
Wasting time. The others didn't just vanish into thin air, they were taken. And we need to go after them.
Tell me what we're up against. Grounder tactics, their numbers, what kind of weapons they used. No guns. You had guns.
Guns we found at the aid depot. Leveled the playing field. What's he doing here?
Excuse me, sir. Dr. Griffin cleared Mr. Murphy out of medical.
Let's go.
You have been fired? That could have been the kids.
Abby, who issued you that weapon?
I did, sir.
Unauthorized use of firearms will be punishable as a felony. Is that clear?
See, we obviously know it's not Lincoln and yeah, it could be Lincoln, but we know it's not the kids that she's thinking. But the only thing that's you know what really grinds my gears, like Peter Griffin says, is like they full on taking everything as if like they own it. They're his people. You know what I mean? Like Bellamy's nothing now. You're not trained. You can't use the guns. You can't defend yourself. It's like, mate, calm down. I've been here. I survived. Do you know what I mean? This is my world, not yours. But I'll always stand by it. Me like, this is the 100th world and they're living in it. Like, they're not getting the respect that they deserve. They're being undermined massively. Do you know what I mean? Even Murphy should have a better rank than them. I understand that they're obviously not as trained and obviously they used to be their leaders, but I don't know, man. They just treating them as if like, you sent him down, you do all the hard work, we come down, boom, bottom of the pile. You know, do as I say, lock you up if you don't listen. That's pretty much it. Proper dictatorship.
Bad. Or maybe they'll hang it on the walls here one day. Look who finally got released.
Glad you're okay.
Only took, what, 3 surgeries?
What's going on?
That signal means the surface patrol is back and someone needs medical attention. What are we dealing with?
They were attacked. One dead, he's in room 2. The other took off his gloves and mask to treat him. Hey, stop! It's not safe!
She's doing it again. It is for them, though. No, it actually is for them.
That's a bullet wound. Grounders don't use guns.
Oh, the gas. I totally forgot about the gas, me. You better not be hallucinating. Oh, there is a baby. He wasn't hallucinating. Oh, mad mate. Whose kid's that?
The bullet is pressing on your spine. If we leave it in, you'll live. You'll never walk again.
And take it out.
We have no equipment. We have no anesthesia.
Will I walk again?
Maybe, but you'd be awake the whole time.
Take it out.
Lincoln's mate.
Drink or die.
All of it.
Wait, there's so much going on. There's so many stories. It's decent.
I fought grounders. They don't use guns.
I never mentioned guns. Sergeant Shaw was shot by an arrow.
Guy's been caught in a lie already. He's gonna show her a different body. I actually thought that looked like a bullet wound.
Let's see what we have left up here that can save us.
It would be so painful.
Stop!
Okay, just keep looking at me.
Good acting, good makeup. I think the makeup's good as well. In it. You will be screaming.
I'm not a traitor. I didn't tell them where they can find us.
And I did, after they tortured me in their prison camp for 3 days.
Go on, who is it? See, that's good there, because now they know that Bellamy wasn't chatting. Because he automatically assumed that they'd done something to provoke it, and he just said, mate, they attacked us because we was here. Plain and simple. We done nothing to them. They wasn't happy. They come, they attacked us. That was true. The first shot was by the grounders. They hit Jasper. They didn't do anything. All they wanted to do is find Mount Weathermore, whatever it's called, where they've actually gone to, well, she is now Clark. So, you know, it is going to be interesting to see now.
Sergeant Langston was forced to push the arrow out in the field.
Do we believe it? I don't know, man. I didn't see his head under the bag. Well, it did look like a gunshot. They've got all the evidence, so aren't they? You can't really argue. If Raven made it on her own, you can.
See that white door? It's called an airlock. Our ride is on the other side. We can't get to it unless we go outside.
Oh, has he got to float along all the way? That would be hard stuff, that, wouldn't it?
How is she?
Well, she survived the surgery. Don't ask me how.
Bellamy can't wait to get back out there. We all want to find out what happened to them, Abby. But not without a plan.
They tortured John Murphy. They put a spear into Jasper Jordan's chest. Please.
I'm Michael.
Lincoln is my friend. That's why I helped you. You can stand.
Now you should run.
They'll kill him. We have to do something.
I did do something.
Helped you.
I saved your life.
Now I'm going to go and save his.
Octavia comes Sky Crew. And you have something I want.
Yes, Octavia, mate. Speaking their language. You love to see it. Now, I've got to say, even though Kane is doing my head in his position of power here on the ground so far, what he said to Abby was right. in terms of, I'll do everything in my power to go out and save the kids, but not until this camp is safe. I actually agree with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen the attack that's happened to these. They had to get their foundations, they had to build their walls, they had to get the surroundings safe, didn't they? And then they could start venturing out. And that's the same with these. They've been attacked a couple of times already. Do you know what I mean? Like, they need to make sure that their camp and their survival is okay. Once they know that they're solid and they've got a good defense, they can move out and start searching for everybody else. I do get it. I understand where both of them are coming from. I believe that Abby's going to let them go and say, you go and get them. Or, do you know what I mean? Go and try and find them. And then, oh, they've escaped. Which I wouldn't be opposed to. You know what I mean? It'd be interesting. But yeah, I understand where Kane's coming from with that one. Hopefully, Raven can walk again. Seemed like it went successful. Let's hope that she can be back on her feet and, you know, helping soon. I reckon they've got to respect her a little bit.
I said, what do you want, Octavia of the Sky People?
Bring Lincoln to the place I saw him last. He knows where that is. If I see anyone else, I'll kill your healer.
No, I'm not feeling that.
Try it again.
Try it again.
Raven, it appears that you have significant damage to the nerves in your leg. Care for me, like always. And our friends are out there. And you need to go get them.
It looked like an arrow wound. They could have doctored it.
This is food, a real bed, clothes. How long do you think they'll let us stay here if you keep this up? Right now, biggest threat to us
is you.
It's you.
He's got to wrap that up. Mad time. Oh, he's got his suit on. I didn't know he had all of it. He's got to get over there in 7 minutes. Whoa. He could literally drift off anywhere. Has he got thruster on his back? Whoa. What are the odds on that, mate? That was perfect. Fuck. Where's the kid?
There.
Fucking hell. Is it his oxygen?
My son.
Why? It's mad, mate. I actually think now, even though I liked it at the time when Charlotte killed him, that he was killed too soon. I think with the storyline that's going on, I think it would have been, he could have potentially been a good character. That was interesting. It got me. I thought he lost a kid, mate. I actually thought he lost a kid. It's interesting that I don't think the kid's actually real. It's just a figment of his imagination. Maybe something to give him a bit of hope. Do you know what I mean? I know that he's obviously deprived a bit of oxygen and stuff, and like, that's what he needed to give himself that kick. You know, come on, lad, I'm going to make it down there. I'm not going to sit up here and waste away. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do whatever I can. What would you rather do, right? Stay up there and just waste away, or do everything you can to get back down and die along the way? I'd rather die along the way, just like she went for that operation. Do you know what I mean? Would you rather be here on Earth, yeah, with no legs? In real life, I don't know, man. Like, I probably would choose to just stay in a wheelchair. I could still do whatever I want. I could do this. I could do whatever's. You know, I could still do my job. Like, I just couldn't get up and, you know, do as many things as I could. But like, in that situation, I feel like if you had no legs, you're pretty much dead. And if you asked me to, if she said I was only going to lose half a leg, mate, get that leg chopped off. I'm not bothered, mate. I can still walk. I could hop around, get something, strap it up. I'll be a pirate, mate. You know what I mean? Wooden leg. I'm not bothered. I would happily lose half a leg, mate, if it was I was in a position where I couldn't feel my legs at all with a bullet touching my spine.
You're not done yet.
I am done. I am. I did my job.
Now you've got to take yourself to the ground, lad.
You've sacrificed so much. Your life can be more than just impossible decisions.
There's no warhead. Check the missile's parachute. Don't forget your air tank.
I've actually really liked this scene between these two.
It's about time.
Spins in the ground in prison camp.
Right. Okay, I can take you there.
That's interesting that he's out walking, though. Is. I wonder what she's thinking now. Oh, that's grim, that, innit? Go on, lads. Yo, you must be shitting your kecks in that, honestly.
He's hurt.
He should be dead.
Oh, Reaper. Yo, man. Oh, they've left Octavia. They're not even bothered. Oh, why have they took him and left that woman? Oh, what's going on there? Did they not take females? Oh, I'm actually happy for you. I actually am. Oh, he's just absolute mission away from everyone in there, but at least he's landed though. Do you know what I mean?
Bellamy decided to bring company.
Find my son. His name is Nathan Miller.
Yeah, they've got to be stupid as well to not think that she didn't put herself in there on purpose. Why are they taking that blood? Oh, wow, look. Yes, it's someone that she not... Oh, it is them. Aren't you glad I come through that tunnel? That's literally what she's like. Yo, that's interesting. So basically... You know what? It's a tough one, this. Do you blame them? Do you blame them? They know that they're bad people to them. For example, if they could survive the outside and he went outside, they'd kill them. They would do. I.e., we've seen it with the 100. So, like, what they're doing is, okay, if they're going to kill us, we'll take them. And our sick, we will blood transfusion the enemy into ours to make us heal better. Now, I'm not saying that, like, it's a good thing to do. But what I'm saying is, like, it's a dog-eat-dog world, mate. It is. When you're living in this type of society, this type of world, with the type of people that are around, it's every, whatever you would call it, team, clan for themselves. It's a ruthless situation. It is. And, like, I think it's very smart, you know. Now, in terms of, is it the right thing to do on a human decency level? No, it's not. And I understand where she's coming from. And I'm glad to say that I actually was annoyed by Clark last episode interactions, but I did agree with her that I did not believe the council. See, what I was saying is the people that lived there, like the person that Jasper's kind of, is she called Maya or something? That he's kind of like flirting with. I feel like her, she just lives there and she might be oblivious. I'm not saying she is, but she might be. She just lives there. She just goes along with it. It's safe. Out there's bad. In here's good. I've got food. I've got a job. I've got roof over my head. Not going to ask questions. She's all good. Do you know what I mean? And then you have the people that are running it that are doing the bad stuff. Do you know what I mean? These people are willing to do whatever it takes, whether it's slaughtering innocent people and other tribes to make yours just last longer. Do you know? Now, I knew, well, I didn't know, but, like, I thought that there was going to be, like, bad people, so to speak, in air quotations, and it seems to be right. Now, I just think that the way Clark's going about it would be the right way, but it's too fast. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they've not been there that long, and she's raising eyebrows, and you never want to raise eyebrows. You want to do it when people are like, I don't know. So say, like, someone, you're dead friendly with somebody. If you do something that's a bit suspicious, they won't think, oh, you know, she's doing that. They might just think, oh, she's a bit dodgy today or whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Like, if your best friend done something that was a bit out of the ordinary, you wouldn't really hardcore question them. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you come home and they was in your house, for example, you might be like, you know, like, what's going on? But you just give them the benefit of the doubt. You're like, yeah, best mate, you know, whatever's, yeah, I must have given you the key or left the door open, whatnot, it's fine. But, like, if you've seen a stranger, you'd be like, what are you doing here? Do you know what I mean? You'd be questioning and grilling them. And, like, that's kind of like hers. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're best mates, but I feel like, you know, straight away she's raising an eyebrow where everyone's looking at her now. So every action that she does, every question that she raises, every scenario that she's in, people are looking and watching. Where, like, if she kind of befriended them a little bit, she could get away with more stuff and searching and getting and acquiring info. But I still think she's doing a pretty good job, to be honest. She's gone in there and she's found that. Now, how she goes back and just gets in bed and pretends that she's not seen that, that's going to be an interesting one. Do you know what I mean? It really is. But, again, it was good. And, you know what, so much is going on, you know, with Raven, with the guys just, you know, breaking out then, with the Reapers coming in, and Jaha. Do you know what I mean? It's really, really good, to be honest. I feel like we've got so much stories going on that I'm actually excited / interested in all of them. And that's just a big plus, because the more the merrier for me. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Very interesting one. You know, I've got to say, I'm happy that Jaha is back on Earth. You know, I'm not saying like he's my favourite character, but like I've actually kind of got behind him a little bit. You know, the fact that he wanted to go down with the 300 that was going to sacrifice his lives, he gained a lot of respect from me. You know, whether I liked him or not, yeah, I liked the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself. And he said, look, mate, how can I be running the ship and ask people to do something I would not be willing to do myself? That gained a lot of respect. I give him a lot of time. And then obviously again, mate, you know, when people was going down to Earth and they needed somebody to kind of sacrifice himself and manually press that button, he didn't hesitate and he sacrificed himself again. So what a guy, what an absolute legend. And then, you know, last episode we heard the baby crying. We've seen the baby today. He picked him up. He was talking to him. Madness. You know, he's giving that motivation. I said it at the time. He can't die now. He can't give up. He's got a baby. He's got somebody that he's got to look after, take care of. And he's actually, you know, giving that little kickstart that he needs. He's figured out, obviously, there's a rocket on the other side. He needs to go over there. He strapped himself up and boom, mate, absolutely launched himself. His face mask smashed as well, but he luckily got inside. And then turns out he'd lost the baby. I was like, what, mate? Literally, I thought he did, and then it turns out it's not even real. He's projecting it himself. He's giving, like I said, mate, he's giving that little kickstart. He had a conversation with his son, said he misses him. You know, he was telling him that if you was to tell me, you would tell me to never give up and do whatever I can to get to Earth, and that's what I'm telling you now, Dad. Really good conversation. I liked it. And I'm so happy that he's landed. No idea where he's landed. Literally, it looked like he was miles away, but he's there, he's on the ground, and that is what we like to see. Now, I want him to be taken. I do. I want him to be taken, beaten up and tortured. Don't want him to die. I just want that to happen. I want him to find out this is Earth. It's not space. No messing around down here, mate. And obviously, the Reapers have come in. They've took... You know what I thought was really interesting is Octavia's done all of that, didn't she? She put her life on the line. She put a knife to his neck. She went all the way to their camp. She cut a deal. Lincoln got brought to her. And then as soon as he was in her sight, boom, he was taken by the Reapers, mate. They come in. They had a fight. They took the men. It looked like they left the women, which I think is really interesting. And to be honest, I don't understand how the Grounders can't respect Octavia. I know that they might see her as a little threat and stuff, but sometimes somebody has to do something where you look at it and think, geez, that's decent. You know what I mean? She is a good woman, or he is a good man. Like, we could utilise those talents. We like it. She even learned a bit of the language to even go there and start shouting at them. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really good. So I want to see them team up and go after Lincoln and obviously take down these Reapers. They seem pretty scary, to be honest. Now, obviously, the big talking point is what we've just seen at the very end, mate. Anya, she's locked up in the cage. I totally forgot about her. You know, they've gone out and that's what they do. They hunt. They've obviously not gone looking for their people. They've gone looking for the Grounders. And basically what they're doing is every time somebody's injured, they need some sort of blood transfusion. They're using the people that they capture to do that. They're stringing them upside down and extracting the blood and feeding it to their own. Absolutely savage, necessary for them to survive. It actually is necessary. But I also think that, you know, if Clark didn't find that out and stuff, like, they are assets, the 100. The fact that they can walk into their quarantine, they could go around, they could go outside, they can come back in, they could be not affected by pretty much anything. It's such a big plus. But I do agree with Jasper as well when he was saying to her, look, mate, why can't you just accept that? We've got a good thing going. Out there, getting hit by spears, we're fighting. I just had to set off a bomb that's killed 300 people. Do you know what I mean? It's absolute chaos. And now I'm here, I'm chilling, I've got clothes, I've got food, I've got friends, I've got a warm bed. Why do I want to ruin this? Do you know what I mean? And from his perspective, got to totally understand it. You have to. But then from her perspective, you know, all she's thinking about is the people that she loves, which is Finn. Possibly Bellamy. Hoping it's Bellamy, my personal opinion. And, you know, she wants to get out there. She wants to save them. And she wants to know if her mum's alive as well, if she survived the drop down. So, again, I can understand her perspective. So, like, I'm not a fence sitter. I'll judge as to see. Like, I literally think that Clark's pushing it too far too soon. But I actually thought last episode that she was right to be paranoid. And I do still think she's right. And obviously she is right because we've just seen this at the end. So, like, I'm not going to say she's right in everything that she does. I think she's wrong in quite a lot of things. But obviously the total end goal outcome of why she's been paranoid seems to be justified right now. So it's going to be exciting to see how she obviously reacts with the people that are running this place that she's in, slash obviously with her own people right now. And if someone like Jasper and obviously Monte and you know, Miller are going to actually believe her, it's going to be exciting to see, and I can't wait to find out. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.